Right, YouTube, Big Mike without further ado, retro. So this video is going to be a bit different. We're going to have a bit of a chat, have a look at some pickups and all that, and talk about Revival, the up-and-coming event. Cheers. Right, first of all is basically a big box of games I bought on the Amiga. Well, it said Amiga bundle, and I don't think I paid a particular... I got a feeling I picked this all up for like between £10 and £15. I'll actually put a price up because I'll have a look in a bit. So just sort of go through the boring bits first of all. There's a couple of useless sort of weird discs, you know. Always good to have a couple of spares. We'll format those, maybe use those for something. We've got Back to the Future 2. Respawn edition of Hard Driving. Bug Bash. Turbo Outrun. Beyond the Ice Palace and Battleships. A lot of these are just naff, like I say, they're just I actually bought all this bundle just for one disc actually. But Arkanoid Revenge of Doe, Hit Squad Edition, that's quite a nice pickup. The Kari Warriors and Buggy Boy, another couple of nice games to play there. Chuck Rock, both discs are there. Full price release of Lotus Esprit Turbo Challenge. Nice to have a backup of these, so hopefully that'll work. And got another version of that. Fiendish Freddy's Big Top of Fun. So that's cool. I do have that big box. It's always nice to have some backups. James Pond full price release. Really great game. You all know how I feel about James Pond. It's a great game. Started a fantastic trilogy, and then they brought out the aquatic games as well, didn't they? This is unusual. Now this is Lemmings, but apparently it's a book club release, so I don't know if you got this as being part of a book club or something. So that's quite an unusual, I've never seen before. Book club Lemmings. It's quite interesting. Monkey Island, there's full price disc release for that as well, which is really cool because I don't have Monkey Island. I'd have to print the wheel off of the internet, you know. So, but yeah, it's nice to have these. Got to get the box of wheel now to accompany the discs. Nucleus. I don't know what that game. Or Nucleus Disc 2. Hopefully, Disc 1's in there as well. Continental Circus. Very similar to what's the game? I'll put it in. I'll remember. It's a great Continental Circus. Very close to Stunt Car Racer, if I'm right. Could be wrong with that. I don't know too much about Continental Circus, but it looks very similar. The Demons and Drivers pack. So you got Ghouls and Ghosts. Always great to have backups of Ghouls and Ghosts. There's both the Ghouls and Ghosts discs there. The other Chuck Rock disc. Fairy Tale on the Amiga. Never seen or heard of that one before. World Class Rugby. I'm sure that'll be fantastic. Again, Demons and Drivers Turbo Outrun, and a random disc. Also, this came with all of these games here. So if I just move some stuff about so I can get the blooming games. So bear with me. Right. Yeah, so the next, this is all from the same bundle. This is a really good bundle, this actually, especially for the price I paid. Now these were in here. So, got the black box edition of Rainbow Islands. It was actually on the Spectrum cassette. So, there. And as I was chatting with Mr. Bads earlier, Paul, we were talking about a lot of Spectrum boxes were originally Commodore 64 games underneath, so this one has lost its badge and it's a Commodore 64 game underneath. So a little bit like annoying it's lost its badge, but I don't know whether to keep that or to put that for sale. It's a black box variant, so it's nice to have. But I might resell that. I'm not sure yet, so we'll give that a think. Another Chase HQ on cassette, which also learnt from one of Paul's videos that a Spectrum was the only computer that got Chase HQ with cassette as well, which I thought was quite crazy because it was certainly a top-selling game, and I would imagine it would have sold on all the 8-bits on cassette rather well, rather than sort of just getting a disc release as well. Another sort of Spectrum game that was in there is Star Wars. This is a great little conversion. This it's just like the arcade, but without the sort of speech, really. The vector graphics and all that. It's absolutely really plays well on the Spectrum. So yeah, really chuffed to sort of get that. I shall sell that on. I think I've got this on tape already. I also have it on +3 disc, so it's nice to get that. I'll show you some of these. So now a lot of these were these sort of you know, got Alien Breed, which is really rubbish game. Came with a Screen Gems pack on the Amiga. I got a feeling it had some quite funny parts in it though. So Chess 2150, pushing the Amiga to its limits. That one, as you can see on the back there, yeah, it's certainly burning out the capacitors, pushing out the graphics on that one. It's one for old school here. Trivial Pursuit, A New Beginning. How new this beginning is, I don't know. It's probably like 1980s or 1990s. It's a little quite interesting. I'll leave that one out because that's one that I sort of half wanted as well. Virus Killer. I don't know what this is. I don't think it's actually to do with killing viruses. I think it is a game. So quite interesting to get that. There's a few loose tapes I won't bother with showing. Got some more here. So you've got the Asterix, Operation Get a Fix. So I don't know what that's like. It looks very sort of basic. It looks like it might be a point and click. So I'll probably, to be honest, get rid of most of these, shove these in. I mean, I know that these are all part of a pack. But I'll probably get rid of a lot of these because a lot of them are not very good. But like I say, for what I wanted, I got what I wanted out of it. So Days of Thunder. Like I say, this also came in Screen Gems pack, if I remember right. I think that was a pack that Rob had, my mate Rob, back in the day. Doesn't look very good. I don't remember it being any good, so it probably isn't any good. So never knew the Amiga Untouchables got this release. So perhaps this came with the Screen Gems pack as well. But that's the Amiga version of Untouchables. I've actually got this in cardboard boxes, the versions. I got a full price release, so I don't know if it was released. I got a feeling this came with a pack. So another game called Onslaught here by Houston. Got a feeling this isn't too bad. It doesn't look great on the back, but the name Onslaught rings a bell. Yeah, most of these games, there was like one or two good games. The one I remember is not in here. I got a feeling it may have came from another pack of the same sort of games. So Squeak, I don't know what that is. Looks like some sort of maybe sort of some sort of digger or collecting diamonds sort of thing. Looks unusual. Great game. Well, not necessarily a great game, but this game, some of the music in this, absolutely brilliant. It's Shadow the Beast 2. On the, like I say, this came with an Amiga pack release, but the death music on this, honestly, I think it was stolen from Miami Vice, if I'm right on watching some of the YouTube videos. But the guitar riff on this tune, When You Die, honestly, still makes my hairs stand up on my neck to this day. As John T. Wilder would say. Absolutely brilliant. Fantastic. Really, really cool. next one, Driving Force, another game that looks, looks questionable. Looks like you drive trucks, and it looks like it's probably trying to be a bit like Power Drift, but not really sort of getting there. You know, sort of real sort of poor man's Power Drift with trucks. So yeah, I bet that's going to be many an hour spent on that. Yeah, probably relisting it on eBay and trying to flog it onto someone else. Right, the next game is a game called Rock and Roll by Rainbow Arts. Now, Rainbow Arts are generally pretty damn good. This looks like probably not some of their best work, to be polite about it, I suppose. It looks like you're some sort of ball, maybe a type of marble, and you have to rock and roll your way out of the level, I'd imagine. Yeah, I was thinking this. I was hoping this might be something to do with rock and roll racing or something, but no. So here we are with James Bond, Ian Fleming's James Bond. Live and Let Die, the computer game. Again, not the best of looking games. Looks absolute pap, to be honest. Yeah, not great. This game though, coming up, this one looks okay. Might keep this one if it's any good. Super Scramble Simulator. The case needs replacing. It's not great condition, but it looking on the back, it almost looks reminiscent of Kickstart 2 or Kickstart and Kickstart 2 by Gremlin. So this does have a possibility of being good. So we may keep hold of this one if it's any good. If it's not any good, we won't. We'll put it in a bundle and get a shot of it. Now this game is a good game, so we saved the best to last for this bundle, which is Pipe Mania. I believe I have the big box of this. I'm not sure if I've got the codes for it though, so I know this version doesn't need the codes. Now it doesn't look very exciting on the back. You basically, the premise is, I suppose, you're like a plumber, and the water is going from like A, and you have to get the water to B, and you have to do it pretty quickly, and it's actually quite fun. So Pipe Mania is pretty cool. I used to enjoy this on the Spectrum even back in the day. Pipe Mania is a great game. If I remember rightly, it had good music as well. Fantastic little game out. So we'll be keeping Pipe Mania. And the best one out of this lot is old Rick Dangerous. I don't actually have Rick Dangerous. I've got the Rick Dangerous 2 I've discovered the other day on big box release. These games are getting hard to get. They're about between £30 and £50. Not for this box version. You know, this can go sort of anything between 5 and 10, I would say. So to get this, I'm pretty happy. It'll do until I get me big box version. I got this on Spectrum disc, which is a pretty good conversion as well. But a great game is Rick Dangerous and Rick Dangerous 2. Fantastic games. So chuffed to get that. Yeah, so this is the game that I bought the whole bundle for, really. It is. I've been after this one for a little while. And it's in really nice condition. It's nice to have it in this condition. I just wish I had the box. The game is Neighbours, and you play as Scott, and you need to win the heart of the local mechanic girl, Charlene. No, I'm joking. This Neighbours is bound to be crap, isn't it? Neighbours will probably be getting shot on, but it is in very nice condition. Probably because someone's put it in the machine once and, you know, oh my god, and never put it in there again. It's almost like brand new. The disc even feels new. I don't know if you can see it's really sort of shiny and grippy. But yeah, no, it's just on a bit of a wind up there. Now, the game I actually bought this whole lot for is this game here. I actually bought the manual from another AS36 on eBay. And I've been really struggling to get this game, which is Jumpin' Jackson on the Amiga. It's a great game, and I think everyone who's sort of into their Amiga remembers Jumpin' Jackson. You are Jumpin' Jackson on the front there. And you've got these little record decks. And there's the manual there, which I bought for AS36. And nice guy. He's actually chucked in the Bew Jolly collection version of that in there for free. So I bought that for about £1 off of him, and he's chucked that disc in. But I do buy quite a bit off of him when I can find some stuff. So he does look after his customers. But yeah, I bought this whole bundle just for this disc. So yeah, so it was just for this one disc I bought this whole bundle. But there is a couple of good pieces in there. But yeah, Jumpin' Jackson's a great game. If you've never seen it, you are Jumpin' Jackson. And you've got to collect these records for these different coloured records or different coloured record decks. Once you get the record, then you have to get to the appropriate record deck, and that will put part of a tune on. Once you put the 3 or 4 parts, it makes a whole tune, and you go to the next level. It's a really sort of simple game. There's like, you know, saxophones and pianos sort of trying to obstruct your way and everything. If you've never played this game, it is a bit of a classic on the Amiga. Absolutely fantastic game. Really chuffed to get this. Chuffed to get the manual. Now I just need the blooming box. I've been after one for a while. It's a sort of a bit of a running joke between me and Cine Steve. He loves it because there's actually one person that's got this on eBay in a bundle, and I've messaged them. They've relisted it about 20 times. Got in a bundle of say 25, 30 games, and they just won't sell it to me. I've asked them. I've said, you know, I'm interested in Jumpin' Jackson. Any chance you can separate it out in the bundle? I can see you keep relisting this listing. You know, I've offered them, I think initially offered them £20, £30. I may have even offered them £40, and they haven't even entertained me with a response, which I just think is so rude. But every so often, you know, give it a week or two, Steve goes, oh, someone's got Jumpin' Jackson. Send me an eBay listing, and I'll click on it, and then he's just laughing at me, and I'm like, you get it, like that listing really is the list that keeps on giving. And Steve loves it. But today, actually, I was sort of chatting with Steve, and I showed him those, and he's like, oh, no, I know somebody's got the box. I'm like, I'm not even clicking on it. And he's like, no, click on it. It's not, honestly, I'm not. And he's actually found one. Yeah, sort of not on UK eBay, but he's found one. So I put a bid on that. I've actually it's actually an ST box, but they have the Amiga disc and the ST, so I'll just remove the old ST sticker, and it'll become my Amiga Jumpin' Jackson, hopefully. So yeah, so that was those ones, and we're on to a couple of next pickups. Right, next one is just a cheap PS1 game that I picked up. Probably need to do a case replace on this one, but I remember seeing this on Metal Jesus a while ago. I remember it was supposed to be quite good, which is called Chase the Express. It looks sort of maybe sort of like a run and gun, sort of, but like a 3D. But it's supposed to be pretty good, and I picked this up for about £2, so it's about £1 something, and £1 something delivery as well. So £2 for a PS1 game, you can't really go wrong. And it's actually a 2-disc game as well. Actually, looking at it. All the teeth are smashed in on one blooming part of the disc, and the other one's okay, so I'll have to do a swap over of that. But yeah, so yeah, just have to sort of hold that disc. So a double disc game, Chase the Express, couple of quid, it's worth a go, innit? If it's no good, sell it on. So yeah, just to get that, just put a cheeky bid on that one, and I won that one. Next one is these have been getting a bit of good reviews, and some people reckon they're really poor. This is the new Mega Drive 6-button controller from Retrobit. Now I personally think these are $14.99 delivered from Amazon, and I think it's a fantastic pad. I've actually got it plugged in the Mega Drive at the moment, and I've had no problems with it whatsoever. It's really good. It's really accurate. I bought one of these. I was the first one out of our lot to test it, and mine works fantastically. Everything I do, it does when I do it. You know, apparently, another YouTuber, one of sort of the UK retro YouTubers have said that he's bought 2 of these, and he's had problems with it even going up and down on the menu from his EverDrive carts. Now I reckon that might even be a problem with the EverDrive cart. I'm not sure. I mean, I was chatting to sort of Cine Steve, and we were sort of saying if those EverDrive carts are run with not a strong enough power supply, they generally tend to have problems. Any problems that Cine Steve's had with them, there's generally been a power supply problem, which is mad. I think he had problems on the Game Gear one, and he had problems on maybe the Mega Drive. So, I mean, I don't know. All I know is I'm not using an EverDrive cart. I'm using original carts. I'm using this pad here, and it works fantastically. It really is a product for 15 quid, £15 delivered, you know. Now, for me, people have compared this to the original Sega Mega Drive 6-button controller. I think what you need to remember then is, okay, this is a modern controller in the modern world. Back then, the Sega Mega Drive controller, from my recollection, was $29.99 in some shops, $39.99 in others back in the day. So you're probably talking, with inflation and money changes and all that, I would say in today's value that'd probably be about a £60 or £70 controller. This is 15 quid. You can try to compare a £15 controller to something that would in today's money be about £60 or £70. I'm not any sort of expert with inflation or anything like that, but I think for £15 you will not get a better controller than that. I really don't. I've not had any problems. Craig Bearded Manchild has also got one of these, and he reckons it's absolutely fantastic. He's sent me a video of him playing on some shooters. Where if ever you're going to find a problem with the controller, it's going to be on a shooter, and he's playing it, and I think I just think it's such a fantastic product for £15. Mark's also got one of these, but from Burnt Out Culture. Mark, he's actually bought these on the Mega Drive, and he's also bought them on the Sega Saturn. So it'd be interesting to see what Mark makes of these. Like I say, I've had no complaints with it. I was struggling with the pad I had to complete a game, and since I've got this pad, I've actually completed the game, because for me it just works. So I don't know if some of them are faulty, or you know half the battery. I mean, if someone's bought 2 of them and they've had 2 ones that don't work particularly well, that's really unfortunate. You know, you'd thought one of them would be good, but all I can say is the one that I've had works fantastically. I can't recommend this product enough for £15. You know, it's a budget controller, but I think it plays like a premium controller at a budget price. Alright, it has a lead, really long lead as well. I think it's 10-foot lead. So yeah, it's really cool. Fantastic. I really enjoy it. I'm really happy with it. Right, next up is a couple of Amiga pickups. The first one is Rainbow Islands. This box is in absolutely fantastic condition. It's almost like brand new. It did have a sticker on here. I've used some label remover. I was a little bit worried because I left the label remover on there a bit long, and it sort of sent the box a little bit dark, but now it seems to have gone really nice. It's the condition. It's like it's just come out of the wrapper. It's really good condition. So I should probably keep this one and replace mine. This was under a tenner. I think I got this for about 8 quid, and it is just in fantastic condition. Really can't stress enough. Like I say, just look at it. It's awesome. Really nice. And I'd say Rainbow Islands generally sort of a between £10 and £20 game, usually around sort of £20 mark. This condition, I think I paid like £8.50 for it. So really chuffed. Anything that was wrong is inside is the box is a little bit scuffy inside, but it's the Hit Squad release inside there, which is a bit annoying. So what I'll do is I'll just take my release and put it in this box, and keep the best one and sell the other one. So to get that £8.50 delivered, really chuffed for that. Next one was like Bubble Bobble. I think this was like between about £6, £3 delivery and £3 for the game. Again, Bubble Bubble's a great game. I do have it already, but when you see it at these prices, you just really can't pass it up. Everything's all correct and present with this one. It's all in there, all proper. So the reason I opened it up was to get the other game that I've just purchased on the Amiga. This game cost me a lot. Which is the original full price disc release of Beach Volley on the Ocean release, and this disc cost me £20. Yeah, really expensive to pay for that. But I've just, in all the time I've been searching eBay, I've never seen this disc come up. So it came up. I sort of I'm in an eye, and I wanted to sort of pick it up for about 15. But if you just can't get it, you just can't get it. So £20 I ended up paying delivered. I've got it now, and that completes my my doctored full price release. So it was an Atari ST big box. I removed the stickers, and now it's a full price big box Beach Volley Amiga release. So I'm chuffed to get that. So really happy. And the last couple of pickups actually that we've got this week is excuse me. Obviously, since I've got the PS4 working and back again, a game that everyone's been going on about and I've been dying to play and get my hands on. I've bought Spider-Man. So, you know, while my PlayStation broke for about 8 months, I managed to get this for £25.80, I think, or something like that. So I wanted to pick it up for about 25. Just couldn't get it any cheaper. This was second hand. Get it new for 28, but you sell it for yourself £3 or £4. You know, I don't mind second hand. You know, these games generally work. They're Blu-ray discs, so they're pretty hard to destroy. So yeah, to get that for just over £25, £25.80 I think it was. Really chuffed. And next game I seen on Metal Jesus. I think Reggie and Metal Jesus were playing this. I had a little bit of a nightmare with this one. I ordered this from Play Asia. It's called Battle Princess Madeline. Yeah, so this is basically Ghouls and Ghosts, or Ghosts and Goblins. I would say Ghouls and Ghosts actually. Clone. It looks really cool. Really good. Now this game, I believe I ordered it, and it comes to about £24-25. I pressed the wrong option on the delivery. There's two delivery options. One includes the taxes, and one doesn't. So I unfortunately pressed the one that didn't include taxes. So this got held up at the tax office. Ended up costing me £4 in VAT. And then I got stung with an £8 handling charge from the post office as well. So a game that was like £24 ended up costing me an extra £12 on top. So 50% extra in price. So I ordered another game from them today, Battle Graga on the PS4. But I made sure I pressed the correct option this time. So yeah, I'm really chuffed to get that. So this looks a cool game, cool little indie game. So I can't wait to play this. And the only thing I'm a little bit worried about is it's all in Chinese on the back. But what sort of do you need for playing a Ghouls and Ghosts sort of game? Really, you don't really need much text. I should imagine you can switch it. I'd imagine I would have bought the one with the English language. I hope so. Anyway, if not, I've got games in Chinese shooters and things. Right, this is the second time I've filmed this. Basically, I filmed this about 5 o'clock this morning. 5 a.m. in the morning, and my enthusiasm, though I was enthusiastic, it didn't seem that I was pretty knackered at 5 a.m. in the morning. So this is a sort of little sort of tail end bit, basically going on about Revival. So Revival is on Saturday the 15th of June and Sunday the 16th of June. It is at Banks Stadium in Walsall, which we're really looking forward to. Every time Craig puts on an event, Craig and his family, the organisers of Revival, is absolutely a fantastic event. For me, it's the best event in the UK. This is the bigger one. They do a sort of a big revival event and a smaller sort of winter warmer sort of event. And yeah, like I say, I think it's the best one, and it's where like-minded people like ourselves, you know, the tubers, the watchers, the people who watch the stuff we all do on the tubes. Everyone gets together, all like-minded people who are into the games, and the love of gaming, socialising, drinking, and you know, just getting away and having a good time. So yeah, I thought I'd just do sort of a bit of a shout out and a promotional sort of thing, sort of saying come along to Revival and enjoy yourself. So I've made a big list. It's in no particular order of the tubers that I know are going, and then there's like who I hope is going, and sort of going from there. So first of all, obviously our main man, our Optimus Prime, the glue, the cement that holds our community together, is Mr. Toot UK Stu. He's definitely going. He's on board. He's coming along with his mate Rob. Rob's an absolute legend. Such a funny guy. I really think Rob should start his own channel. He's like the stories he tells us is like only fools of horses of going and collecting video games and video game collecting. He's a super good, super cool guy, Rob. Yeah, so Tootie's going, Rob's going. Obviously, me and Mr. Bads are going. Mr. Bads will be driving Paul. He's going to be driving up. We got our mate, our best mucker, his old school variety face. He should be in attendance. Can't wait to link up with our kid. And obviously, if I'm linking up with old school, I'm linking up with Mark Burnt Out Culture as well. Can't wait to get the three amigos reunited. So that's going to be absolutely fantastic. Cine Steve's going to be there. Obviously, can't wait to see Steve again. He likes to get his gaming fix while he's there on all the sort of retro arcade machines and that. But it'd be good to see Steve. We got old Dainster and Liam, Dainster's mate Liam. They always sort of stall out together. Liam's a good friend of mine as well. He enjoys the boxing, same as myself. We're actually going to watch Dylan White fight in July, so it'd be good to see Liam there. One of me new muckers through the retro gaming community, even though Liam doesn't have a channel. He does have a nice retro gaming collection that is coming on very, very, very nicely. We got Alex, Nintendo Arcade. Alex has always flown the flag for Revival, probably because of Stu, to UK, and Alex Nintendo Arcade. Really sort of initially, before I even sort of went myself, those guys were always pushing the event. So it'd be nice to catch up with Alex, and I don't think he's bringing his machines this year. So hopefully, if Alex doesn't bring his machines, perhaps he'll be able to join us for a few more points than Alex. Sounds like a good one. Sorry, I've got me notes here. So I've actually made notes as organisation and a bit of professionalism or lack of professionalism going into the thing. Obviously, Craig Minx 36. Always see Craig at the events, and yeah, it'd be really good to see you there, mate. And we'll have a few beers as we always do and a laugh and that. So we've got the lads from Let's Talk Retro, Colin and James. They'll be there. It's good to see them, lads. Good to see both of them getting out, and we'll be having a few beers with them. No doubt they'll be doing some filming and that. And it's always good to catch up with them too. We have got Cyber Snake Jay. Obviously, you can't forget Jay. Jay's absolutely wicked. Be good to see Jay and meet up in person again. We've got one of the YouTubers, but he's taken off really, really quickly. Is Eddie Rollercore. So in communications, Eddie's absolutely sound lad. Really, really good kid. Really good kid. Real good laugh. And Dylan will be going as well. Dylan's a subscriber to the channel, subscriber to most of our channels, always leaves comments. Really nice guy. I've met up with Dylan last sort of 2 or 3 events, the arcade event, arcade club event, and the Revival, the smaller one as well. It's always good to see Dylan. Soul Funk Retro's going to be there. He'll be stalling out. Well, I'm not 100% sure if he's going to be there, but he usually stalls out. So it'd be good to see Matt there. It's a shame Matt doesn't make videos anymore, because I used to really enjoy his videos. The way he sort of presented them, and his collection was really nice. His games room and everything. Alex done a games room tour on his, and it was Really nice envy, like, you know, a games room that's all functional and accessible. Absolutely brilliant. It's a shame he doesn't do videos, unfortunately, but it will be good to see him there and catch up with him there. He does some really great gaming prints as well. If you want some nice sort of high quality gaming prints for your games room, he's your man to see. So hopefully Pete on a retro tip will be there. I don't know if he's going, but Pete's at most events, so it'd always be nice to see Pete at that event. Like I say, when I first started out getting to know all the retro gaming community and the guys and that, it was Stu to UK and Pete on a retro trip who sort of took me under the wing and brought me into the fold. So it's always good to see Pete and have a laugh and a catch up. So we've got who else have we got? So we've got so CGM Retro Chris, he shall be there. Retro Dave Nintendo. The Retro Chef. We're not sure if the Retro Chef's going, but we hope he does. Glory Hunter 83 Scott. I'm hoping Scott's be there. He's been at the last few events. He's a good guy. He's got a nice collection. These are sort of everyone I'm not sure that's going, but I hope are sort of going. So you got Craig Super Quintendo. He's a good lad, real nice guy. Met a couple of times at Blackpool and a few other events, I think, and he's always good to see him. He's a real sort of a good guy. You got Lewis Wishwash. Hopefully he'll be there. Holster. Hopefully Holster will be there. Shocks. I'm hoping Shocks will be there. Shock 16. We've got. Be nice to see Rich King Retro. I don't actually know if Rich has ever gone to a revival, because you usually see him at the play events. He does the markets and everything now. He seems to have dropped off the radar a little bit with the making of the videos and everything. I think he's been trying to buy a house, so hopefully he's got your house now, Rich, and hopefully you've moved in and it's going well. But I haven't seen you for a little while, so I don't know. I know we were sort of trying to do the markets and that and build up, you know, some money to get his house. So hopefully all that's all worked out for him. Metropolis, hopefully you're going to be there, Matt. Always seems to bump into that at most events. Gashead Steve. Yeah, I have to apologise last time I seen you, Steve, chatting absolute rubbish, but you know, I was all excited, I was drunk, it was a big tuber meet up, and like we both said, we both do what everyone does, isn't it? We all get drunk and chat absolute rubbish, so well, what else are you going to do, isn't it, you know? So Gruss Newton, hopefully he'll be there. I haven't seen Gruss for a while, he's not really making many videos. Champion 2D Rob, the absolute mountain of a man, absolute legend of a guy, really nice guy. This guy should have been higher up my list because he's an absolute legend. I've never met him. I don't think he's going, unfortunately. Which is our mate Craig. I'm always chatting with Craig and that. His bearded man-child. Tubes at 10, absolutely one of the best shows on the Tubes, I think. So funny. I really wish you'd bring it back. I know you've been really busy in that, Craig. I mean, absolutely, it would make my day if you turn up, mate, and just, you know, surprise us all with your presence. But I understand if you can't, mate, but it'd be wicked if you could come along. So who else we got? Bad F Up UK. I can't say his channel name because I try not to swear on my channels. I know some of my friends' kids do watch my stuff, so I try and keep it all above board, so to speak. Hermit's Hideaway. He's a nice guy. He watches my channel. Sort of pulled me over to one event and we had a good old chat and everything. So hopefully he'll be there. You got Dark Horse, which was formerly known as Atari Fitness. Yeah, so he watches the channel and always sort of leaves comments and that, so sort of, it'd be wicked if he's there. K-Diz, like I say, they're into retro gaming and wrestling, I think, and they always sort of seem to make it into these events. And Blackheart TV, so those are good lads. I don't think he'll be there, but you know, another guy who was always part of our sort of the vids and the YouTube retro gaming community. It's fantastic. It'd be nice to see him. I've seen him at Bristol Retro Gaming Market once, but then he's gone back. We haven't seen him since. But the Retro Heads, Chris and Gav, I haven't seen those guys for a while. Be nice to catch up with those guys. I actually think I owe you guys a pint each for missing you at one event. I'm sure you've got a pint in lieu of me, lads. So it'd be nice to see you guys. let's just check that if we've mentioned. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned, but yeah, the Retro Chef, absolute legend. Haven't seen him for a while, but hopefully we'll be able to make it out. Like I say, I think we've done everything. We've done Scott Glory Hunter. Just check Bearded Manchild, Gas Steve. Yeah, I think we've covered everyone. So obviously Rich King Retro. Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of tubers there. There'll be a lot of people. Oh yeah, you got Tony. Sorry, we've forgot some guys. So Tony it used to be a Silver Retro Collector. I know he's doing somewhat like a film review channel now. So unfortunately, I've still subscribed to the Silver Retro Collector team, but I don't know your new channel. So if you could leave it for me in the comments, and I'll make sure I get subscribed to your new channel. So I'm not sure what it is, but it'd be really nice to see you, Tony, at this event. I haven't seen you since Blackpool, and it was always good to sort of have a bit of a chat and a bit of a yarn. Another guy who always sort of comments in the comment section is Justin. I believe that he sort of makes it to the revival event, so it'd be nice to see Justin there. How could I forget Craig's here again? Hopefully he will be there again. So yeah, it'd be good to see Craig's here again at the event as well. Usually companies meet, other Craig meets 36, isn't it? So yeah, so hopefully seeing both them lads at the event. Like I say, the main thing now is that we all make our way to Revival on the 15th and 16th of July. We all come along, we all get together, we all have a really good time, play some games, drink some booze, and just have a really great time. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Bringing the community back together. Let's do it once again. Revival is upon us once again, so let's all get together and have a good one. All right, YouTube, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hopefully, we'll see you there on the 15th and 16th of June at Walsall, and take it easy, YouTube. Cheers.